Hey mates, warm welcome from explorer.com, and in this video I'm going to continue about the elements which we used in JSP. So as I told before, we have four elements. That is one is four elements. That is one is declaration, scriptlets, expressions, and directives. So in my previous video I have discussed about this declarations, scriptlets, and expressions, and now in this video I'm going to talk about directives. And in the directives I'm going to discuss in this video I'm going to discuss about page directives. So let us talk about that. So what is directives? So whatever code which goes inside this tag which you see here is called as a directive. So what are the directives? Directives are nothing but a pre-processing commands to the JSP engine. Pre-processing commands in the sense, before processing the JSP page, these commands will be processed. That is, these commands will be executed at the backend first. Suppose if I write something at the top of the JSP page, suppose I write that tag, this directive tag, as you can see from example below that, page import java.arraylist here. So this array list code will be pre-processed before my JSP page is going to be converted into servlet. So as I said before, whatever you write the JSP, finally it is going to be converted as servlet, right? So what do you put in directives? In directives, pre-processing commands are put in to the JSP engine. Okay, then why do we need directives? Directives are used to incorporate additional feature in your JSP. We can't write everything on a single page. That is, we can't write everything on one JSP file. So in order to add some additional features for your JSP page, we are going to use these directives and incorporate that. Suppose as an example, if you take that java.util.arraylist is a bunch of lines, 100 lines of code it is, and my JSP page is again 100 lines of code. 100 plus 100, that is 200 lines of code. So it is a very big to see for the other users. Suppose you have left your project in your software company, you have left your project and some other guy is going to handle the project. When he sees its code, he just get confused with that, right? So for that, in order to reduce this, we'll be using this directives, page directives. First one is, and what all we can include? We can also include other HTML or JSP file in JSP. So you can also import other JSP files into your JSP file, right? And there are three types of directives. First one is page directive, second one is include directive, and third one is tag libraries. So in this video I'm going to discuss about page directives. Let's see what it is. So here you can see the example for a directive, that is percentage symbol @ page import is equal to java.util.arraylist tag ends there. So what is page directive? So page directives is nothing but predefined attributes which can be added. So I might be having a predefined attributes like as you see here, import, content type, is thread safe, session, buffer, autoflush, extend, info, error page, is error page, language, like this. These are all the predefined attributes. So before processing your JSP file, these are the pre-processing commands which must be processed. So first tag is page import is equal to imported classes. So whatever class I want to import, I can just import the classes. Suppose I want to import as from a Java file, that is a java.class.members, or java.util. You want to retrieve information, you want to retrieve the code from another file, that is java.util.members, java.util.search, like that. whatever you have written Java code. So that class you can import here, right? And next is content type. Next attribute is content type. Content type is nothing but it tells about what is the type of content you are using. By default is the HTML, but there are you can also there are many content types, like you might see on websites videos are coming displaying, you can see images there, and you can see zip files, jar files. So like that, the content type gives tells the end user or the client that what type of files that page contains. Okay, next is coming to next attribute is thread safe. So is thread safe, you have two values over there, that is true or false. So what does this is thread safe mean? As I said before, a servlet executes a service method, that is as every servlet handles a multi-threaded environment, right? There will be only one service method, and that service method invokes many threads, right? So if you don't think that your servlet is not a thread safe, you can just put it as false. By that, only one thread will be executed for per request, or you will just miss the multi-threaded environment over there, and for every one request there will be invoked only one service method. So that's what, if you don't feel that your servlet is not thread safe, you can just put it as false, otherwise you can just put it as true. Next, coming to session, and this attribute represents the type of session you are using, that is HTTP session, FTP session, or like that. And next, coming to buffer attribute, buffer, auto flush, these are the common attributes. We can extend info, page info. Buffer size is what is the main your buffer size represents the amount of size that a page contains, how much it should contain, that is how much lines of code it must contain. Like that, you can just put a constraint over that here by using this buffer. Next, auto flush, extends, info, and all these are the general attributes here. And another two important attributes here is error page or is error page. So whenever you log on to some sites and you don't get that page, and automatically an error page will be displayed. How this is by using this one. So suppose your page is not retrieved, suppose JSP engine fails to execute your JSP page to the user, it should, by default it should show the error page, right? For that, you'll be writing your error page here. So you will set the attribute error page is equal to, suppose I write the error page as error.jsp, you put the name here error.jsp here. So after that, how do we retrieve this one, error.jsp? By default, you can see here down attribute, another attribute is error page, right? By default, this is error page is false by default, because the JSP engine will be executed as far as it will be executed, right? Suppose you keep this as true. If is error page is true, then your error page, that is error page attribute, will be activated, and the error page will be displayed over there. So in error.jsp file, you will be writing this is error page is equal to true there, right? So whenever is error page is equal to true, that error.jsp will be retrieved onto your page and shows the client that you're accessing an error page. Your error page will be displayed over there. And next is the language, the type of language which you use in the directives. So this is about first directives, that is page directive. In the next session, I'll be discussing about include directives, and next include, and another one is tag libraries. Okay, stay tuned with explorer.com. Take care, bye bye.